So today, guys, I wanted to talk about something I have been seeing everywhere on social media, X, Instagram, Discord. A lot of people have been talking about the entire NASCAR packs that they added, and I do think a lot of people are definitely not happy about this. Now, before you do say anything, though, and people are maybe wondering about this, is we will end up having free NASCARs in the game. Obviously, they kind of have to do this. You have the Toyota here. You also have the Mustang Dark Horse and the Camaro ZL1. And then finally, the Proto Henson Custom, which, that thing is part of the entire playlist, or, once you beat it. And also with the ZL1 for this thing, you can go in and change the liveries on it, which is pretty dope. Same thing with the Mustang as well, guys. So you can take the livery off that car, make your own liveries. But the interesting part, though, with the Camry here is, I hit the wrong button, customize, guys. Check this out. Nothing can be changed on the Camry at all. For what a lot of people are not happy about this. Now, I'd probably guess maybe it's a Toyota thing or maybe it's a NASCAR and Toyota thing. I really have no clue, but yeah, you can't add anything on the Toyota. Now, the super interesting part is, yes, we have the three NASCARs here, but if I head over to the shop, though, head over to Vehicle Catalog, let me go down to Not Own. That is actually the only car I am missing, if you guys are wondering. And of course, whatever this thing is, if it ever comes out. But you will then end up noticing that many of the NASCARs, obviously this one is part of the rival thing, so don't count that. But there is around 12 of these with the main team liveries that are, real NASCAR liveries. If you wanted to get these, as you can see here, you can't change the liveries on the Toyota, but in this, though, there is 4 of these guys, so there is that one. And then you'll also end up seeing the Bass Pro Shop Club one there. We'll have the Xfinity, and then finally, we also have this one here. So if you are looking to change the livery on the Camry, guys, the only way to do it is to buy the Toyota bundle for those. And if you're looking to get the other liveries for the NASCARs, you will have to buy the bundles for these. And you know what? I gotta admit something right now that is probably going to sound super controversial, but if this was the actual thing they were planning to do from the beginning, you know what? Why not just add the entire NASCAR thing to the year 3 pass with all of these liveries? That probably would have made a lot more sense instead of charging for it, which I'll show that here in a second, and then making the RC playlist free. Y'all know what I'm saying? Maybe that might have been a better idea, because paywalling all of the NASCAR camos, bruh, I honestly don't even have words for this, dude. It's kind of wild that I'm even seeing this, because the year pass is $30, by the way. Barely has anything in it that's useful. Then you have to spend another 17, which, you know what, we're on that now. Let's go check it out here. So for $17, you guys will be able to get all of the camos for the NASCARs here. Oh, and guess what? You can get yourself a hoodie, bruh. But that's not really showing up on the screen thing for some reason, which is odd. And also, you guys know what made me laugh? It has crossed out 840,000 crew credits. You can get an amazing deal on this for 168,000 crew credits. Man, it's really trying to show you that you're getting a deal here. Also, you can get the Toyota one over here, guys, for 98,000. You'll get yourself 4 camos and a hoodie for basically 10 bucks. So, yeah, that's pretty wild to me. But what I kind of laughed at with this, though, is when I saw the 840,000 crew credit thing crossed out, it's almost in a way going, oh, but you will get a deal here by getting this. You know what I'm saying? For only 168,000 crew credits, well, let me simply head over to the crew credit packs here and really figure this out. So if you guys wanted the other one, you could add $10, and $5 would not be enough to get the entire thing. You'd be looking at 100, and I think that's 155,000. So if we look at that, it's 168. Maybe you might have some crew credits saved up from other stuff you weren't buying vanity. So yeah, $15 thing would do it. But if it isn't, you would have to buy the $20 pack for that. So technically, the entire NASCAR thing is 20 bucks, not 17, because you can't add $17 worth to the game for the crew credits. So yeah, now the funny part is, though, if it was 840,000 crew credits, can you all imagine that, bruh? 840,000 crew credits, going back to crew credits again, heading over to that. That is 675,000 plus the 225. So you'd be at 900,000. That would be $50 in order to get this entire pack. And they're acting like they're giving you a deal, making it 17, even though it's 20 bucks to get the entire NASCAR pack. And to be honest, I saw this and I went, wow, I think they could have did this a little bit differently. Now, you could probably come in here and say, but Block, they have the licensing and different stuff with NASCAR, which, you know what? I understand that licensing stuff in games is definitely not cheap, especially a racing game. But maybe they should have probably thought about this just a little bit sooner. And again, put this entire thing in the year 3 pass, because guess what? If the NASCAR playlist was in there, which I kind of wonder if that was maybe the original plan. Maybe they were looking to put this in the year 3 pass instead, but they kind of maybe pivoted. Because having all the NASCARs, or at least a playlist in the year 3 pass or something, and then having all the liveries part of the year 3 pass, bro, I actually, you know what? I think that would have been okay, because that's $17 worth of liveries. People would have bought the pass anyway, knowing that the NASCAR thing was in there, right? If they were to do something like that. I bet you if they advertised a lot of these team liveries as being part of it, I kind of wonder if people would have looked at this a little bit differently, because right now, all over the internet, bro, nobody is happy about this. And to be honest, it's kind of greedy, man, if I'm going to be real. Like, we all do understand at this point that licensing in a racing game is probably not a cheap thing to do at all for basically any of the manufacturers, and licensing NASCAR was probably not cheap either on top of that. So maybe they should have thought about that and maybe put the liveries and everything in the year 3 pass instead. Probably wouldn't be getting a crazy backlash like it currently is, because guys, not only is this part of the pack, but if you are trying to collect your vehicles, as I did mention before, let me head back into the menu here and let me find Cup Cars. If you wanted to do this, and I should probably put not owned in there, would probably make more sense because hitting the wrong buttons. But if you did want to get every single vehicle, though, all the rest of the 12 of these liveried cars, which they made separate cars, you literally have to buy this, so you cannot get them. So if you want to own every car in the game, or most of them, almost in a way, they're kind of making the collectors go, okay, well, y'all got to spend this money if you want all the vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Having all the liveries locked to maybe just a livery pack, you can add them to the cars that you already own. Yeah, but instead they made them all separated cars, bro. I don't know. It's just kind of wild to me how something like this was done. For me, it just kind of shows more greed on Ubisoft's end, man. I gotta say it, and really say it how I also see it as well, because we all do know the entire debacle with the Ultimate Edition. You know, the original one being $120, not having the year 2 pass or the year 3 in it. Then you have to buy those separately. Then the year 3 Ultimate Edition was like $50, not even a month later, bro. It made me laugh so hard when I saw that. So if you are buying something like that, you bought the original Ultimate, you get both of these season passes on top of that. You're what, 180? And the insane part is, though, if you wanted all of these NASCAR skins, you have to spend another $20 to get the rest of them, if you know you're looking to get all 12 in the biggest pack anyway. That puts you to $200 on the game, and I gotta admit, I feel like this is really scummy. And you guys probably remember the video I did about the year 3 pass being a complete ripoff. We all do know for a fact you have the year 3 pass and the RC playlist is coming, right? All the RC cars are basically paid for. You know, we all know that, most of them anyway. But the thing is, though, if you're looking to get the RC playlist, you don't have to buy the pass, because guess what? It is separated most likely for around $10. So the entire year pass is obviously a ripoff, because you don't need to buy that. You only get 2 cars with it anyway. The rest of them, you could just go grind some money and buy them if you want. And then the RC playlist, you can get it for 10 bucks, like the Chase Squad in year 2. Y'all remember the Chase Squad? That's only $10 now. And what's hilarious, though, is that was the biggest selling point of the year 2 pass, which, by the way, now there's absolutely no reason to get it, because there is nothing exclusive to it, with that now being separated. And then after I did end up seeing the year 3 pass dropping, I'm like, all right, we kind of all knew that was going to happen. Again, it's probably a ripoff. People probably shouldn't buy that. But when the NASCAR update dropped, I'm like, oh, dope. Once I did end up finding out there was an entire separated crew credit pack for all of the team liveried cars, I'm like, you guys have got to be kidding me, bro. And you can't even add a livery to the Toyota at all. Like, are you guys serious right now, man? It's just ridiculous. But also, the last thing I wanted to add on to this, I do know the game is obviously NASCAR, so it is licensed. But if we did take a look at NASCAR for a minute, I'll show you guys some screenshots here as well. You can get the November pack, which is $10 in that game, so it's already cheaper than the pack in this one. You will get yourself 36 throwback schemes on top of that, 83 paint schemes. Bro, it's already way higher. And the funny part, though, is it even gets better than that. There's also a December pack, which again is $10 for NASCAR. This one will end up getting you 104 paint schemes and around 13 patriotic schemes on top of that, guys. But there's also another thing. There's a season pass in the game that is 25 bucks, which funnily enough is cheaper than Motorfest. Shocking. But in the season pass, though, you will get yourself 200 paint schemes and also some VIP stuff as well in career mode and different things. Obviously, I won't get into all of that, but you guys can probably see where I'm going with this. I understand, again, that the licensing stuff is super expensive, but to be honest, though, if that was an obstacle with this dude, just put the NASCARs in the Year 3 pass like that with all of the liveries into it. And what's interesting, though, is I kind of think players might end up agreeing. Would you guys rather see all the RC stuff being free and then seeing the NASCAR stuff being paid for? I wonder if that was maybe their original plan, but maybe they couldn't scrap it, or who knows, maybe they were like, let's just add this, and then maybe we can make extra money from people with the additional pack of the skins. I don't know, but honestly, that's probably what they did end up doing. They figured, let's release this free, but maybe we can make an extra $20 from players if we add them as a separated livery thing. It's honestly wild. And the thing is, again, if NASCAR wanted them to do that, just talk to them about putting this entire thing in the past and doing a bigger collaboration with NASCAR. I think there's better ways to do it. Do let me know what y'all think in the comments below, guys. I do know for a fact people are not very happy about this, but I have to be honest, after seeing what they have been doing in the recent years of Motorfest with the Ultimate Editions and the passes and the content, this honestly does not surprise me.